bowling world. We're back here at the Dome up here in Moama. My name's Angus McIsaac. I've got my the voice of bowls, they're calling you now, Chris Ball, the new voice of bowls. Used to be me.
Thanks, Gus. I don't want to get too carried away, but pleasure to be here with you for the inaugural VBL. We're up to the third day of competition now, which means it's finals day. We've got a semi-final match up here between Yarraville Footscray Dogs and Brighton Blue Devils.
So it's been an exciting time the last couple of days up here. It's with any new event, these things take a bit of settling in, but it's really run like clockwork.
Yeah, definitely. The people, staff, the volunteers at Moama have been fantastic. We thank our partners as well, Steve's Liquor, for helping us with this event.
They've been a fantastic partner for us.
Definitely.
Well, let's get into the bowls. How do these teams get here? We've got Yarraville and playing Brighton, Blue Devils.
Yeah, so it's Brighton came first in Section B, and Yarraville Footscray second in Section A. So now versing each other for the first time this weekend, and it is a five-a-side format, Gus. So we'll have our pairs and triples disciplines first, followed by fours and singles.
So we've got basically we're doing the triples here, as you can see, and we've got the Yarraville team skipped by Brett Mahoney. Brett's been a superstar of the tournament. He'd be pretty unlucky maybe not to get the play of the series.
Yeah, he'll be up in contention for sure.
And he's got Winston Brackley playing 2 and Banksy leading off, therefore. Banksy's been superstar as well. And the Brighton guys?
Yeah, so leading them off, Scott Mortimber, Russell Green Jr. playing second, and Brendan Gallagher skipping. We streamed this triples rig yesterday, Gus,
right.
But there has been a change. Ben Hubber is sitting this match out and Brendan Gallagher's in.
So they're rotating
Yes,
players
they brought 6 players up and they're rotating each round, so it'll be good to see Brendan on the stream. Should be a cracking match, Gus.
And of course, next door you've got the pairs running because it's a five-a-side. You've got 3 players playing here and 2 playing next door. So you've got the Yarraville team of Hank Wayne Roberts, superstar, and your brother,
yep.
Of course, the great bowler Nelson Ball. And for Brighton?
Yeah, we've got Thor Shannon leading up with Dean O'Neill skipping, so that should be another cracking game.
Quality games.
Yep, great players all round, so we're just into the first end. And of course, we were streaming the other green yesterday, Gus, so this will be a bit of a different look for the stream. Back onto the front green here at Moama. Yeah,
if anyone's been here, we've moved positions onto the other green and in a different facing north, so
yep.
Going different way.
Great effort there from Brendan Gallagher. Just feathered the jack and ran through, so looks like it's Yarraville still holding here.
Yeah, it's just sitting up there, tucked in on Winston Brackley's bowl there. That's a nice cover bowl there.
Yeah, he's played it well.
It's exactly where it's going.
Plenty of chances for Brendan. Might play a bit firmer now.
I think so. Even if he could get the kill on this, he might even go that hard. It's no use popping it. Yeah, he's going harder.
Not far away. Gets to the hole.
Oh,
that's a great shot.
What a bowl. He might.
Great shot. It looks like a measure from here.
That front bowl. I think Pidge's front bowl looks like it might have shot, but.
Yeah, one to Brighton's actually. So
Brighton.
There you go. Great hit by Brendo.
Awesome
Superstar.
shot.
Be happy with that.
Probably wasn't the result. He probably got the perfect result. He was probably looking to get that kitty out of bounds.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's always 2 options when you're playing a shot like that. And that's what these skips do for a living. They weigh up the options and play the percentage shot.
Yeah, pretty cracking start. It was a pretty good head for a first head.
Fantastic.
The players, Brighton were here nice and early, rolling up, so you can tell.
We had a first here last night. The Deer Park and Yarraville were playing to get into this final. Well, actually, they were both through, and so it was pretty much a dead rubber. Mm-hmm. But they were playing to see who finished on top of the ladder.
Yep.
And what happens in this, if you've got a tie, which we ended up with over the 4 participants, we had a tie. They had a 5-bowl roll-off. So each player picked up a bowl. You could put your players in any order and roll them off. And what Deer Park did, interestingly enough, who played the singles? Someone who played the singles on that rink against Pidge.
Yep. Nathan Bush.
And he actually played the first bowl.
Yep. And he
nailed it
right on the jack. So,
so very smart from Deer Park's management point of view, the way they handled that was good.
Yep.
In fact, Case played the 4th bowl. He didn't play the last bowl.
And played it well too.
Did. Very exciting.
Well, I need to come up with a new name for that format because I didn't know what to call it last night. 5 players versus 5 players. 1 bowl each for an end. So
What did you come up with?
I was just calling it 5s, which is horrible. If anyone out there has a better name for it, please let us know.
So it's like the golden point in AFL?
Yep.
Yep, okay. So the rain stopped here. It's a pretty gentle breeze. The rink we're playing on is 1 in. As we know, we try and move them into the centre where you get a little bit more consistency for the bowlers.
Yep.
But I think most of these guys have had a fair bit of a run on these greens now. They've got the hang of it. Nice head forming here. And the franchise system, as you can see, you know, there's it's almost a MCC Brighton team, isn't it?
Well, it's completely different, the 2 sides, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yarraville, Footscray all play.
Homegrown.
Yep, all play for the club, and that's great that the club's bought a franchise, and Brighton has a mix of different players, but
and that is the concept of the thing. It's very Victorian-based, Victorian flavour to showcase our bowlers from right around Victoria Country and Metro. And we've seen that, certainly seen that in spades. Even the girls that have come down from Queensland are ex-Victorians.
Yeah, of course. It's great to see Chloe and Kira here.
And, you know, we want to showcase our Victorian bowls to the rest of the nation. And that's what we've done, showcasing him.
I'll be 2 seconds. If you want to quick look at the scores. Got a second, mate. Putting 1 in this column. Putting the 1 here.
How's he tracking here? He looks slightly wide. It's just trying to get back. It's a good home. No, he's looking for a position bowl there. Always thinking 1 or 2 bowls ahead pitch. A couple of state players in this team. Brendan Gallagher plays for the state, of course. So does Brett. Russell Green, former Australian player. So we're littered with talent.
A pretty good position here, Yarraville.
Yeah,
2 ripping bowls from Banksy.
And Winston's just put a couple of nice little backies
Couple
in
of bowls, yep.
The weight control of someone like a Brendan Gallagher is just out of this world. Look at this, just plant that and get the shot.
It's a brilliant shot.
I mean, some people might look at that and think a bit like you play the better weight, you get the better luck.
Yeah, that's correct.
If that's the term, but he played for that. The weight he had, if he got the trail, he trails to their bowl or he sits the bowl.
Yep. Some people have a tendency to overplay those shots, but you get more chances when you let the bowl turn a little bit. Tend to find less gaps that way.
Well, if you go down, you know, on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or something when no one's at the club, and you'll see Brendan Gallagher there doing his drills that they run through for the. How's this? Ooh, bad luck pitch.
Well, he's taken both their back bowls out there.
And you'll see Brendan Gallagher practicing those sort of shots. It doesn't happen by luck. He's just contemplating what to do here. He doesn't want to widen it up for pitch. That 1 bowl there, not much of a target.
No worries, thanks, mate.
So he's probably looking, I think he's going to try and give it a friend. Or is he trying to play a blocker?
Probably was looking at just flopping off the blue
Yeah, I
ones.
think
Yeah,
so.
it wasn't too far away,
Yeah.
maybe just a couple of feet short of weight.
It does show with any player at any level, you've got to really be very confident when you get on the mat. You've got to decide what shot you want to play.
Yep.
I just felt there was he was sort of a bit in between. He wasn't too worried if he finished short.
Yep. So here we go again. Brett Mahoney with some weight. Looking for the jack of the bowl.
It's got to cut under that.
Oh, he's just got the hole. So no danger. Only dropping the 1. So we'll have the right scores for you up shortly. The pairs is currently 1 apiece after 2 ends.
Of course, we've got another state player over there. Thor Shannon is over there in state. So
yeah, and Dean O'Neill as well.
And Dino, of course. So, it is really a showcase, isn't it?
Yep. The best of the best here. Brighton have stacked their team on paper with probably 4 state players out of the 6. So, and all 6 could easily play for state. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. The format, talking to the people around the traps here yesterday, the format is just, everyone's just enthralled by the multiplicity of games going on, and it's normal scoring system, so you can it's not like the UBC where you've got to sort of understand a whole lot of things.
Yep.
But you've got to see singles and pairs and triples and fours. It's very fresh.
Well, that's each discipline offers something unique in bowls, and it's good to see players play in those different events.
Yeah.
Just a reminder to everybody, there is live scoring on the Bowls Australia scoring app in your Play Store or Android store. So jump in there, download the app, navigate through to the results portal, and you can get live scoring of the match next to us. We will provide you with some scores throughout that.
It's probably a bit like a couple of years ago before we had live streaming, when people were trying to find out how to get that. And they work that out.
Yep.
And they'll work out the scoring system too.
The scoring app's fantastic. Yeah. We thank our volunteers as well, not only from Moama but from around the region, offering their time and providing us with those score updates.
2 good bowls by Banksy.
Started well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Gus?
Oh, he's a superstar.
Yep.
He's very smart man too. He's a lawyer by trade.
He is, yes.
Very smart man.
Very handy to have when you need some documents signed. So
yeah.
He's always available. But
he's a super guy to have in your team. He played as a 2 in our Premier side last year.
Russell just searching for the jack there, but slightly wide. The best thing about James Banks, in my opinion, is how good of a teammate he is. Doesn't matter how bad you're playing. He's always supportive and got your back. So that's his greatest.
And he notes the small things done. You slip a bowl in there. It mightn't be on the kitty, but it's somewhere of value or whatever. And he's there to give you a high five, or when you walk across to another rink, 3 rinks away to do that.
Yep. Another great shot by Winston, who was in sensational form yesterday,
brilliant.
Gus, and had a breakout season last year, skipping Melbourne Premier League. So hats off to Winnie. You'll see if Russell can make the correction here.
Russ is urging it on. It's there.
It's not too far away.
Yep.
That's a great shot, Russell Green Jr.
I think on that hand, you just want to see the bowl letting go, don't you? Just you throw it out there and just see if they can get it back to the line.
Definitely. Morning, guys, tuning in. Christopher, Pat, Brandon, Harry, thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Well, it's not moving day, it's really finals day, isn't it?
Yeah, this is it. Players are up for it. Standard's really high so far. So when he tries to land the ball.
Gave it a chance. He's given Pidge an option.
And keeps his bowl on too, Gus. Yeah. That could be quite important later on if the jack moves back.
Yeah. I did notice yesterday the longer the ends got, they got a little bit more spread out.
Yep.
And but I was watching some of the girls play yesterday. How good were their heads?
Yeah, definitely.
And a lot of the scores, those games, I mean, people see the scores and think, oh, that was a bit one-sided. They're not one-sided games.
No.
It's some of the scores belied the play that went on.
It's what happens when good players play good players.
Yeah.
You can get some big scores. Which doesn't sound logical, but that's how it works in bowls. So.
Yeah, that's a deliberate cover bowl by Brendan. He knows Pidge. They play together as teammates, and I must have watched Pidge play about 50 drives yesterday and hit most of them.
Yeah, but he'll be going at this bowl. He's got 3 seconds. He's a super accurate driver, and it's what he goes to whenever he's in trouble.
Yeah.
We'll see him try and land this bowl out. Not the big wind-up just yet, but he'll be definitely trying to land it.
He's stalking it. When Pidge is on the run.
Far away. What's he got here?
He got the kitty.
What's he done? Oh, he's just missed it narrow.
I think that's what
I thought he might have gone a bit quicker.
Yeah. He just played for the trail, really, maybe, because Snicket. Very hard to get the kiddies in the middle on this green.
Bit of respect shown, I think. He knows
Yeah.
Brendan's got another bowl. There's no point driving it out. Brendan
No.
just put it straight back, so it's pretty close here too, Gussie.
Very good line. I just want it to come. Yeah.
Good shot.
I think it might change pitcher's shot.
Two. It looks like two to Brighton, as indicated by Marker Bobby. So, yeah, the bowls are probably a foot apart, so
Yeah.
might make it a bit difficult to get them both out with a weighted shot. But
Would he switch onto the backhand and try to be running the blue up?
yeah,
And if he gets down to the orange, that's another option.
it's hard enough to guess at the best of times, especially with pitch on the mat.
He'll go forehand.
Not sure what he's going to play.
Yeah, I think he might go a bit heavier on the forehand.
There we go, he's off.
They like
It's close. It's not far away.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
How did he find that hole?
Oh,
Steve's Liquors replay. Let's have a look.
oh, wow.
And it's...
Only when you drive that fast
Yeah.
do you get gaps like that.
That's
So,
what you call the old cigarette paper, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2. Good start for Brighton.
Yeah, definitely. I'll just... have the scores up for you in a minute as we work through our scoring difficulties. So 4-0 start to the Brighton Blue Devils on the Triples rink here. We're streaming, and 2-1 lead to Yarraville in the pairs match.
Another good start by Scotty.
Yeah, and James Banks has started well, but they've found themselves 4-0 down
Yep.
early on. Plenty of time, as we know, 15 end matches here, no time limit.
And keep in mind, this is one discipline of 4. So the same scoring points apply, Chris, I assume. So it'll be 3, 3, 3, 3.
Yep.
And plus the 10 for the win.
Yep,
Which is accumulative, isn't it?
that's correct.
So it is about the long game, staying in games even if you're losing them, because it's points at the end. So maximum points are 22 plus a bonus for 5.
Yeah, if you win all 4
27.
disciplines, but it won't matter in the finals. If you win all 4 disciplines, you're
You're in.
you're in.
Great start by Scotty. On this green, they're 2 very good bowls, because if you just land them, oh, well, he's just come underneath it. That's a great bowl.
Cracking shot by James Banks.
That's discipline. He just played for that. You're playing for second shot probably, and he gets shot. Russ coming down here on a good line. He's got a bowl to sit, a bowl to roll. He rolls the bowl.
That's
What
well
a great
played,
bowl.
Russell Green Jr. Superstar
It's
player.
going to be relentless today,
Isn't it?
Isn't it? It's just going to be good bowler after good bowler after good bowler. And who's left standing at the end will be the winner.
That's it. Love the way Brett calls ahead for anybody watching. It's great skipping, clear indications. Tells his second exactly how much weight he'd like to play.
Yep.
So see Winston come down on the forehand. Wants to get inside that white bowl.
Great effort.
Yeah, good attempt. And he's opened it up too,
Yep.
so
Yeah, it's better. The head's better in a lot of ways now. I know they're down, but
yep.
yeah, Pidge has the ability to call his team very clearly, but he also has the ability to see things that other people just won't see. You know, he plays shots that look. Oh, what a great attempt!
Yeah, it's a bit unlucky with the result there.
Yeah.
Just moving the jack far enough so Change of shot now for Winnie. Yarraville holding
well,
one.
He's got open path to this, and I won't be surprised if he doesn't play it.
Yeah, positive trail here. He's not far away.
Yeah, he's close.
Mr. Brackley.
Very close. He's got it.
Wants the bowl, Jack. What a great shot,
Wow,
Winston.
2 shots to Winston Brackley.
And the crowd lets him know about it. What a great shot. He's been in super form. I watched him yesterday, Gus. He was elite.
Yeah.
Elite, and he was playing in the third position.
Yeah.
Good to see. Brilliant young man.
And just a no-fuss player. Just, you know, he's the quietest, one of the quietest guys going around. Super guy. Does the job. It makes our job easy commentating when we know we say they're going to play the shot and they play it.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think it's anything to do with us. I think it's to do with the skill of the players.
Exactly right. So we see the rain falling again. Pretty similar day to yesterday. Not quite as cold yet, but I don't want to jinx it.
I've had an extra layer today, just in case.
See Brendan maybe wind up here.
Yeah, well, no one sort of owns the back. I mean, it's really...
Yeah, playing firm. Wants to get the split or the jack. It's pretty close.
He's got it.
Great shot from Brendan.
That's not a touch that's gone in the ditch.
Right. So
It's had a...
looks like one to Yarraville. Great shot by Brendo.
I don't know which way. It's very hard with the ditches here. The jack goes in one point but ends up in another.
Yeah, they tend to
don't
roll
stick.
a fair bit,
There's no paddles up. It's pretty close then. I mean, there's a bit of room.
Thanks for your feedback, Aaron. We appreciate that. Everybody jumping on board, supporting this event. That's the only way bowls is going to grow. We need everybody buying into the same path. Right, pick up a 3 in the pairs. Take a 4-2 lead.
I think that's been the big difference I've found with my work at Bowls Vic, and that you know, clubs are becoming much more. They're not as mono in the way they think about the game anymore. The eyes have been opened. People are much more interested in coming out and doing some, you know, some different things.
Yep.
You know, it was always just about pennant and the girls play here and the boys play there, and it's so different now. It's great.
Yeah, and we're
so
only
exciting.
looking to grow this concept as well. If you're interested in being a franchise owner, reach out to Bowls Vic.
Yeah, get in early because positions will be limited next year, but we've had a fair bit of interest already, so we will be growing the concept.
But Mahoney pitched pretty close here.
Yeah, he's got 2.
Needs it to stay up. What a
Wow.
shot from Pidge.
What touch.
Yeah.
His weight control is just
Excellent.
phenomenal.
Yeah. To the Yarraville. Great end there. Set up well by Banksy and Winston. Pidge do the rest of the work. So they're on the board, the Dogs.
And it's
That'll
not
settle
like
the
they've
nerves.
been out of those for early ends. They've just been so good. But that was when Pidge had to stand up and had an opportunity to draw those 2 shots, he did that.
The boys just having a little powwow.
Yeah.
What do you reckon they're saying, Gus?
They're talking about length, obviously. Pidge is pretty... Pidge will pretty much play what his team can play because he can play anything.
Yep.
I lead from him in pennant, and he pretty much lets me dictate the length, yep. and he just forms it around us, really.
Yeah, all he needs is a few bowls to work with, doesn't he? And he'll go to work there. So, quick score update in the other semi-final. We've got Moama Steamers, the home team. Great to see them in the finals.
Yeah, home
versus
team.
Mighty Deer Park Club. So in the pairs, Mark Casey 2-3 down against Kevin Anderson and Peter Campbell. That's Mark Casey and Larry Donahue. And in the triples, Tom Hicks, Nathan Bush, J-Bo Norris for Deer Park, currently leading 3-1 over Olivia Cartwright, Barry Brennan and Cameron Keenan. So one discipline each over there at the moment. Super low scores. Which
How interesting, this is just an observation looking across here. Except for Brighton, the other 3 teams are fairly homogenous grown teams.
Yep.
So it does show to anyone who's interested in the concept You know, you have to fly players in. So look in your own backyard, as we always say.
Yeah,
You know,
no.
the players are there and can come up in this concept, and it's being shown here.
Yeah, I'm not an expert or anything, but it's good to back your own players in. You never know what they're capable of, and with this event, you know, if you get 3 or 4 of your own club players and maybe have one, you know, one superstar player can go a long way.
Yeah.
Banksy just needs to correct his line, which he has, but lost a bit of speed. I'll shake of the head there, but
So they're playing. They brought them about 3/4 length, I'd say.
a bit shorter than what we've been playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They brought it back. And of course, you know, trying to throw the opposition off, you can see the lines are just slightly different at that shorter length. But Scotty's picked it up.
Yeah, 2 crackers.
2 good bowls.
Scotty.
You'd like to have a delivery like his, wouldn't you?
Textbook, I said yesterday.
Absolutely smooth silk.
Stand by that. Textbook. I think I had a delivery like that when I was 12, and then I grew
Yeah.
to 3 feet and lost it.
I don't have any excuses. I was the same height when I started. I've grown in other areas.
Oh, that's it.
Geez, Russ Green's played a lot of competitive bowls over the years, hasn't he?
Oh, definitely. I think he represented Australia at under 25 level, and I was just, I was probably only 13 or 14 when he was in his prime. And
Look at this bowl.
As he comes in here,
Wow.
cracking shot.
What a bowl.
Trails it back to Scotty. I remember him playing my dad in the singles match one day, and Russell was just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Good to see him. He's playing a lot more bowls lately, which is good to see as well.
He's a very hard practicer. He's down the club. He'll do long sessions. Unlike some of the elite bowlers who just do short sharp, he loves to get down there and put hours in.
Winston's
When he's
looking for
close.
some jack movement. Gives Brett another bowl on the head.
Yeah.
Be happy with that.
Actually, when he
5 from Banksy.
when he gets second there, not
One
quite.
on the measure, I think, indicated by Bobby.
I mean, if he's going to pop that shot bowl, the kitty will probably move a little bit with it. This is where your opposition, although they're holding, Brighton's holding, they're probably trying to play the shot, nearly, to take the shot away.
Oh, jeez, netted a feather on the front one.
Finished
Finished it a great
home.
home. Yep.
You can't leave this sort of head like that for Brett Mahoney or for
Pretty much anyone here. Anyone here wouldn't mind playing at this. So ideally, he's looking to land the wide bowl. A touch of the jack. Be good as well. Beautiful push delivery. Unique delivery that Pidge has.
Best pusher in the game.
Yep.
It's got to come.
Not far away. Needs it to get down. Oh, gee, how many times has he missed by that much
Wow,
already?
that's about 3 or 4.
Yeah. He's played weight to stay on, which is good.
So Brendo's likely to just come in there with an ounce or 2 of weight.
Oh, I think he'd be, trying to touch a jack.
Just
I mean,
block that jack out.
if he gets the jack down the line, he's actually going to make 4 shots. So nothing to be worried about here from Brendo. So we have a pretty good crowd gathered here this morning.
Big crowd.
Gus, good to see.
Well, we're going to, as the day goes on, we're going to have a lot of the big men's invitational pairs tournament will be run up here tomorrow through Wednesday.
Yep.
And they'll all be arriving. They'll probably be arriving wanting to have a roll-up, and the greens are being used. So
looking forward to a cracking final series, both these 2 semis and the final later on.
Yeah.
It's going to be big. A lot of positive feedback we've had so far, and you know, Bolsvik love hearing from everybody. Send in your opinions, tell us how we can improve. You know, nothing's ever perfect, and I think for a first-time event, I think it's been fantastic. The players look great in their uniforms. I know Mel's done a lot of hard work, so hats off to her.
Yeah, I spent a fair bit yesterday just talking to the players and that, just, you know, getting the feedback and that, and that's what we're here for.
Yep. Get to it. Brett Mahoney's not bad. Well, he's just got the outside of it. Pretty hard to tell.
Probably cut one out.
Yeah, just one lonely bowl for Yarraville though in the head there.
Hard to get it. Hard to get at it though. But
while Brendo comes up and has a look at this, the jack is placed in this competition.
Yeah.
Just had a question in the comments. So yeah, we've decided to place the jack So the skips get to place it wherever they like if they've won the end. And yeah, the green's probably, I'd say the green's probably only about 14 at the moment.
Yep.
So 14.5.
Yep.
Yeah, it is easy for all the players. No one's having too many problems.
Well, you know, watching people rock it is not really the bit we want to see.
Yeah, so it was for viewing reasons, but it was also for the timed games earlier in the competition. So now that there's no time limit, I think it's still better than.
Yeah.
We don't want to waste 20 seconds watching a jack roll. And short, sharp is the idea of the format. Brendan be looking to sit the dog's closest bowl.
He's just got a
fraction under.
Yeah, he got a little slide,
yeah,
and it's in.
And he's turned the dog's bowl out. Well, that is absolutely premium. Probably not what he intended, but you take it when you get it, Gus.
His weight was very good in the end. I thought he was just going to run short, but it just finished on.
Yeah.
Because you don't see anyone high-fiving or
Three
that.
shots. No, they little hand up and apologise for the luck,
Yeah.
which they need to, in my opinion. It happens both ways. So that's a 3 to Brighton. Triples.
And the pairs is very close, 4-3.
Which means the doggies picked up a 1.
Scotty Mortimber sets off again. That's position A. He's pretty much got that weight. It's that nice, just short of the kitty, but there's a very nice position there.
Yeah, they've gone a bit longer than the dogs.
Yeah.
So might be something in that.
Maybe we might see him go minimum. We haven't seen much of that.
Not so far this event.
So it'll be interesting. Pitch likes it. He's calling Banksy up. His weight looks good. He's just got to let go. Yeah, great bowl.
Great start, James Banks. Excellent. Very handy singles player, isn't he?
Yeah.
We won the club singles.
Yep, a couple of years ago.
4 years ago now, and he beat a lot of good players along the way. Sort of came out of nowhere, to be honest.
Yep.
He was focusing on work, wasn't putting too much time in the bowls, but still managed to win the club
He's
singles.
got this ability. I mean, he lives down in Torquay, so you don't see him a lot.
Here's Scotty. Yeah, what a reply.
Great bowl.
What a shot from Scotty Mortimer. Brilliant.
And they had shots to play because Scotty's first bowl put the lights out, so meaning you couldn't see the kitty, and then Banksy's drawn one, and then he's come in. We used that Banksy's bowl as a guide, I guess. You could see that and come underneath and got the kitty. Beautiful.
Change of hand.
Yeah,
It's not far away. Just needs it to hurry.
It's got to run a bit.
It's a very good change of hand, isn't it? It just goes to show how kind the surface is. Players aren't needing to stick to the one side. Both sides are playable. Have you got a tip for this this event, Gus?
I'd probably bias. I mean, I thought if the doggies got through into the finals, we'll have a big chance.
Yep.
But looking at the calibre of the players here, everyone's got a chance, and you need a little bit of help too. Like, we just got a bit of help there.
Yeah, Russell just turns the dog's bowl up. A couple of rolls, so holding 1.
I think the concept allows the players to be the stars and the game. I mean, it's not like they're trying to learn new games. The game's the game that's been around for hundreds of years, scoring-wise. They're just playing. There's no tricks to it. Get close. Win the ends. Win the game.
That's it. Wasn't far away there, Winston. So, interesting stat for you in this event so far. Yarraville have the most shots for and the least shots against. So, the strongest club on paper, according to the stats, in both scoring and defending.
Right. Sounds a bit like the Geelong team.
Yeah, see what that means later on today. Well played from Winston. He's finished in a really good spot there, Gus.
Yep.
Nice little trail on from Brendo here. 3 bowls to the right of screen, just on the middle of the line there. They're all Brighton bowls, so it's only got to move now. What we found yesterday was the jack moves a long way on this surface, so this is quite a hard shot.
And it tends not to go back, directly back. It tends to get cut a lot. It seems to be hard to get it in the middle.
See if Brendan can move this jack. It's only got to go probably 8 inches.
He's just a little bit pacey.
Yeah. Good attempt.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with having that weight, but it just wouldn't turn at that weight, that's all.
Wayne Roberts on fire over there in the pairs. Dogs take the 5-4 lead.
He's been on fire last couple of days.
Oh, you have to love the role he's taken up there at Yarraville.
Yeah.
You know, for a long time it was if Wayne Roberts didn't win, Yarraville didn't win, and he's sort of taken a guidance role. And even for me when I was there, he was fantastic. So hats off to Wayne and Yarraville.
Yes, he's been.
There's pitch done here. Giving him another bowl in the head. It's a good shot.
I think the club's just grown up to sort of level him in some ways. You know, he set the bar. And
hello, Sandra. Thanks for tuning in. Hi, Sarah. Hope you're looking after James, and happy anniversary. 5-year anniversary the other day for James and Sarah. So congrats, guys. Yeah, they're looking to expand next year. I'm not sure how many teams exactly, but we'll have to gauge the interest from the franchise owners and get some feedback from the current teams as to what we can improve on.
I think the important thing was to get this.
We've started it,
done.
It's a 4-year plan. I was being told yesterday, so it's great to finally see it happening.
Yep. There was some talk about, you know, having it at a better time of the year when the weather's better, but you can't, you know, we got the Vic Open on after Pennant next year. And will be in good weather.
It's a stacked calendar.
You can't have everything on top of each other. I mean, that's why we're at the indoor, you know. What's the pitch looking to do here?
I'm not sure if they've got 1 or 2. Definitely 1. Just looking to draw a third or a second shot here.
He's just going to come off
that. A little edge. Well, he does get it. And he wasn't far away. A little bit of help off the wide one, but his weight was excellent. We'll have a look. Definitely 2. Measure for 3. So important adding that extra shot, isn't it, Gus? When you've got last bowl at the end and you're already holding. It's the difference between a gun skip and an average skip.
The skips that impress me, like, you know, like Dogger at Altona, like his ability just to add an extra 7 or 8 shots when they're holding is just cream on the cake. You know, he does it as good as anyone.
Oh, I've said on multiple times on my stream how good I think Nathan Wilson is. So,
he's just, to watch him up close, the way he goes about it is just very impressive.
So Dogs pick up a 2 there. Narrow this margin a little bit.
Hopefully we don't draw him. He might use that against me.
I'll play anyone except Nathan Wilson.
Yeah, he'll go, I got you. Watch this. I'm going to impress you today. No, please, not.
Just on the topic of good players, who's your bogey? Is there somebody out there you just can't beat? I'm sure everybody has someone. I'd start there from James Banks.
Probably Tommy Ristic.
Gets you every time, does he?
It's pretty much. He's pretty good.
Ditch to ditch?
Yeah, I only play him ditch to ditch. We just play. I figure if I'm going to beat him, I want to beat him at his pet length.
Yeah.
And, you know, I get the odd game, but he generally wins.
He's just back-to-back over 60 singles winner. He's pretty lethal.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tommy. He was around, actually, yesterday. Still around here today.
He's up here supporting. We're playing the pairs together tomorrow, so we should be fun.
Beautiful. Be a good week if the weather holds out for you. The interesting stat there, Robert. It's normally warmer. Well, it's been cold, but it's been okay. We're very lucky to be here at the Greens at Moama, playing undercover. As you see, Banksy with a brilliant follow-up.
Yes, you generally do come up here and get the blue sky and that, but not this time. People have got their beanies on. It was like being at the snow yesterday.
Dogs pick up another one in the pairs.
Scotty's got a great bowl here.
What a shot
Class,
from Scotty.
that's just class.
Well, I've got to clap. I'm unbiased, but you've got to clap good bowls.
Absolutely.
That's a ripper.
Still, nothing's, as we say, nothing's safe in this game. Winnie will come up and he'll probably just lay the bowl or just move the kitty. Might be just it's got a hold.
Yeah, he's pretty close here, Gus.
It's got a hold. Got a hold.
What a shot, Winston Brackley.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's the sort of form he's in, Gus. Absolutely brilliant conversion.
I think it's all about our predicting what they're going to... I don't think it's got anything to do with what Winnie played.
Oh, luxury. Luxury to have in your rink, Winston.
Wow.
See if Russell can reply. Gonna have to play through the bowls, get the split. Geez, close, Gus.
Oh, wow.
What a great shot,
That's
Russell.
super bowls. One to Yarraville.
How's the standard so far, eh? Unreal. They've stepped it up in the semi-final.
It's like, yeah, each player's just trying to outdo the other one, and I don't know how far up the ladder they can all go because they're at the top, really. So,
Brett's he does this pretty often. He's just called his teammate up to have a look. Look at the head. I like it. I like it. It's always looks different, doesn't it, from the skip's
he does that.
point of view?
He even himself in his singles games, he's been going up a lot, and he sometimes does it just to break the momentum for the opponent. So sometimes it's just purely
Mind
that.
games, yep.
Yeah. I think we don't see enough of it actually. I think you get a lot of skips just waving their hand in and saying, "Just come here and do this." You know, you get your player up there; they can really see what's going on. Depends on the player, of course. But he knows the weight he's got to play here, which he's played. It's very close.
Needs to split.
Use that.
What a shot here, Winston
Wow.
Brackley. Another conversion.
That's amazing.
Jack sprung out pretty far, but he's on fire. Conversion king this weekend. Awesome, Winnie.
Because that setup that was there, those three bowls, can look very different from down the mat end.
Yep.
And he's gone up and had a good look at that, and he saw there's a ledge there, which he used.
So we see Russell coming in. Jack's probably maybe 3 feet from the peg line, and Russell draw a shot. Too much room for somebody of his calibre. Very good bowl, Russell.
Don't know. We probably don't have enough close seconds for him to go with that, but he might just go at it anyway. No, drawing.
Probably Brendan's got two
Out of
goes at
respect,
it.
yeah, definitely.
He's drawn 2 inside that.
He'll just try and get and land the bowl. Will it come?
Quite
Great
good
effort.
attempt. Yep.
Got 3 seconds. Brendo needs to give this a friend.
Yep.
Doesn't need second shot, but just something there and abouts. Russ likes it. He's clapping it. And he's got second. What a bowl.
Great shot
Wow.
from Brendo, and he's lined it up with the other one, so no danger of pitch driving at this.
No.
Needs to draw the shot.
He's got about 8 inches. He likes it. He's on the strut.
Says his weight's better. He's after it.
He's got to get down. He's missed.
Oh, he just slid out of second shot. A little bit stiff there.
Wasn't really.
Gave it a chance. He played good weight.
And now we talked about skips making you pay. This is the free hit, isn't it?
Yeah.
He quite likes it. He likes it.
Needs it to run.
Yeah. Here it goes.
Brilliant.
I can see it in Brendo's eyes. He's almost like, "Oh, I got it."
Great shot from Rindo there. There'll be 3 more. It's the Brighton Blue Devils.
Well, you won't get much more of a free hit in this game than that, would you? You had probably 3 feet.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, if you look back on that end, the Dogs played a good end. You know, Winston sprung the jack out, gave his skip a chance, and Brighton were just too good on that occasion. Now, we've got Mike Watts tuning in again from Wales. I couldn't for the life of me pronounce that word yesterday, Gus.
Wales?
No, the suburb is in Wales. I'm not going to try again.
They've got some...
but welcome, Mike. Thanks for tuning in for, I think, the 3rd day in a row. So
I don't know any Welsh words.
No, I'm not even going to try it. Interesting, Barbara saying you can't go up to look at the head anymore in New South Wales. They have restrictions on player movement.
Right.
Interesting decision. I think at this level, the players aren't going to abuse that ability, and they still ask the opposition, you know, if they can go up and have a look. So hopefully that changes, Barbara, at some level of competition.
Well, I watch a bit of the bowls up in Queensland, and you know, they don't. I'm a big believer in giving you guys down the other end a good look at what the head looks like, and I love someone to use the foot, you know, put their foot there where shot is and all that. Some players don't need it. I think giving any player good perspective is got to help. I mean, skips who stand there who saying do nothing, part of their job's to work, you know.
Yep. There's a lot of downtime in our sport as well once you've played your bowl, so it's good to get everyone involved in the end. Maybe I love asking my rink when I'm skipping what, you know, how they think the head's shaping up.
Yep.
Maybe just offer an opinion or two.
Yep. Well, sometimes it looks different from down the other end, as we were saying. Sometimes you'll back your player and say, well, mate, what do you see? You know? How's it looking to you?
Yep.
They're like, oh, can I come in under that? You know?
So, midway point of this match, it's been a great game. Just Brighton, it's a bit too consistent on the draw at the moment, forcing Yarraville to play those conversions. And they are playing them, just not quite working out for them. So, we'll see if they can turn it around.
I call it going to the well. You keep making your opponents go to the well, and eventually the water can run dry. And, you know, you can't do it all day. It's up to Yarraville to try and put the pressure back on Brighton.
Yeah, make Brighton try and convert ahead to play some weighted shots. So, great shot from Russell Green Jr. It's finishing a perfect home. We'll be trying to draw the shot again.
Well, he's played these little sort of moving shots.
Just to get down.
Well, it's just a bit. It's in a good home.
Yep. Yeah. Gives them something there at the back. So well played, Winnie. Just one to the Brighton Blue Devils. Another thing we found out in this competition so far is once the team does get a lead of 6 or 7, they hit defend.
Hard
they
to
hit the defend button straight away, and it's super hard to come back.
Yeah.
Don't see many numbers this level.
Is it part of playing on carpet too?
Yeah, the
like
heads
you
are a
see
lot
the,
tighter.
You see the Dandenong and that, you know, and that, you know, it's if you can get on early, and make your opponents play those little shots, which sometimes they don't work so well on the carpet.
No, we've seen a lot of periods where Sprendo comes in. He's not far away here.
Doesn't want to move it.
Plays a great shot for 2, maybe 3 even. We've seen a lot of teams get on a run on 6 or 7 ones in a row.
Yep.
And it takes a long, a long time to peg it back. Thanks for letting us know, Barbara. That's interesting. I can't imagine, well, in my time in Bowls Victoria, I can't ever remember that being a rule. Leads and seconds and thirds can't go down to the head until after their second bowl. And skips must walk down together for their first of their bowls. So, yeah, I don't think that's a rule in our pennant. Not since I've been playing. No. So, I don't know why we need to make the game faster. We've already shortened the length of ends we play here. It used to be 25, now we play 21 in pennant. So there are other ways to speed the game up without having to stop people from going to have a look at the head.
I think I got pulled up at the Oz Open in the fours for going down.
Yeah, the timed matches.
And I sort of said to the umpire, well, I'm leading.
Yep.
I've played my 2 bowls. I'm not holding the game up.
Yep.
And they said, you're not allowed to do it. So I said, well, I'll just walk around the bank. I can walk around the bank then and just walk that way.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, you can do that.
It just sounds illogical. And I hope the people realise that, that you probably only need that system in place if your matches are timed to avoid time wasting. Any other discipline, I can't see it being necessary.
And making sure that you're not impeding your opponents in any way. You're beating your bowl down and all that, being respectful to your
Definitely, beat the
opponents.
ball to the head. Great shot next door in the pairs. Nelson Nuggets ball. 2 or 3 down and killing it there, Gus. So
yeah, great shot, Nelson.
Showing his skipping prowess. Will he skip this year at Yarraville?
Yeah, well, we've got a few new players there, but he was, probably, well, they're all pretty even. They're all good. Nelson, Pidge and Winnie.
Yep.
And Wayne, so...
Of course, recruiting Brendan Numbers.
Yeah.
Very talented skip from Geelong, so someone will have to take a step back. Maybe Wayne will take that mentor role, play third this year.
But the way Wayne's playing here, I don't think he wants. I don't think he's turning up his toes at this stage. But I always say the sign of a good team is when your good players are being pushed back and better players are coming in above them.
Pidge is in a bit of trouble here. Needs to find a way to cut this down. Well, he had excellent weight, but
just
missed his line. Yeah. They got some problems now, the Dogs, in this triples match. Just need to win an end and change something up, get a bit of momentum back their way. So probably it's going to take a big shot from the skip. Another 3.
Right.
It's making it very difficult for the Dogs now.
What are we, just over halfway through.
And Brighton have now picked up 3 multiples of 3.
Yeah, that's costly.
And
that's big scores.
That's hurt the Dogs. They're by no means out of it, but I think they need to win this end.
Yeah.
And they need to change the length and do something different. So I think it's a big end for Pidge, the skipper. I think it's going to have the final say. And that's what they get paid the big bucks for, the skips.
Yeah. Wow.
Scotty's been relentless this match. Great start.
Starts at the front. Watch Banksy step up though. He goes. He knows it's hammer time.
He's got that intense look.
Oh,
Look at that. Concentration. Welcome, Fernando. Watching from Split, Croatia. Beautiful part of the world. Have you been to Split?
I've never been there.
Beautiful part of the world.
Look at this for a bowl.
I have to agree with you, Tom. Tom, there's no need to make our game shorter, especially in pennant. I think we all play it for that reason, to get away.
Have some exercise.
Yeah,
Get out in the sun.
Give us something to do.
It took a while to get used to the 21 ends, didn't it, when they cut it back?
Yeah, there was apprehension at first, as there always is with changes like that, but I'm happy that it's 21. I don't really want to see any changes to the length of our season or the amount of ends we play. I think it's just perfect right now.
Well, when you consider now, you play your 21 ends, but you get there generally that hour before and you have a bit of a roll-up. And so, it's a long, I don't know, 11 till 6 or something,
Yeah.
11 to 5.
It's a commitment like any other sport, isn't it?
Yeah.
And,
but at the same time, for anyone who's out there who's not playing, you can just roll up at 1 o'clock and play your bowls and be home by 4:30 probably. So, you don't have to be there for 10 hours a day. That's the great thing.
box seat again. The Brighton Blue Devils. Thanks to some wonderful leading from Scotty.
Well, they were up early. I saw them come out of breakfast this morning. They were all up early together, and
rolling up before I arrived.
I didn't see them out and about last night. So
there's a lot of money up for grabs.
They might have had some team rules happening.
Yeah, so they're taking it pretty seriously.
We took a couple of our guys out for dinner, and a couple went home to bed. They were pretty tired.
So let's see if we can make a conversion here.
Yeah, well, he's
been playing well, but they find themselves 9 shots down.
I'm surprised. He's played big weight.
Great shot from Nelson Ball next door. Unbelievable drive again. It's turned 4 down into 2 up. He's dialed in today, Nuggets.
Yeah, well.
Good effort, Winston. Yeah, he played good speed.
Those catches are all away, aren't they?
Yeah, Winston's last bowl now is in a good spot.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Those two there in the middle of the line are both Yarraville, so.
I'm surprised when he didn't come the other way and try and get down. I know the bowl will come with it.
Yeah, that's sort of, left of screen is sort of all Brighton.
Even just to pop the kitty out a little bit for Pidge. I mean, he didn't have much of a target there on that forehand.
Dean O'Neill next door says, have a look at this. It draws to the plinth for one. Players exchange a cute little handshake there. Did some excellent bowling from the two of them. So, one to Brighton in the pairs. It's only the third end they've won, but they're only dropping singles, so keeping themselves in the match. So a bit of a cover bowl, I think, there, Gus.
I think so, and he didn't want to fatten it up. I mean, it's
hard enough already.
It's a difficult shot.
For Pidge to get to the jack, yeah.
I'd love to see Pidge get on the other hand. I don't know how that's running the other hand. He's going forehand again as well. I mean, it's there, but it's got to be perfect.
It's not far away.
It's coming.
Needs to clear the front.
Oh, no.
It's a great shot anyway.
Wow, what a bowl.
Brilliant shot. Soft signal is one. Yeah, no, the soft signal's one to the Dogs, so.
Wow.
If he missed that, he was.
He's all over it.
The jack.
Pidge was almost in the commentary box.
Yeah, you can probably hear him in the effects mic.
He was all over the top of us.
Yeah, great shot there. Pidge. Brendo's going to have a look at the angles. I'll give you a quick update in the other semi-final match between Deer Park Club and Moama Steamers. So Moama leading 6-5 in the pairs. And in the triples, Moama's leading 6-4.
It's very tight.
Yeah, they're up on both disciplines, but only just.
A lot of singles being scored over there, I'd say.
Yeah, home side making a real good account of themselves, yeah.
9 ends, 11 shots.
Yep.
8 ends, 9 shots?
9 shots, yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's tight scoring. What's the average in pen? 1.3 an end or something?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Brendo's obviously down, so he needs to make contact with Pidge's last bowl.
Oh, wow.
What a shot there.
Oh, he's stiff.
Jeez, unfortunately. He was already down, but.
Pidge's bowl stayed up.
Look at this replay here. It's Steve's Liquor replay. Just needed it to hold a fraction more. Great shot from Brendo. Bit of a wry smile. He'd be happy with the way he played that. Just didn't quite get the result.
That ball fell out. It's down. They're down.
Yeah, so they're taking one, the Dogs. They've recognised that this is their chance to change something up.
Now they're going to go ditch to ditch, aren't they?
Yeah,
it was either minimum length or ditch to ditch. That's to do something.
Well, they're getting outdrawn. There's no question about it. The Brighton Blue Devils are piling him in the head, so.
I forgot Pidge didn't play his last bowl there too. Couldn't. Yeah, they had to get the length.
It's funny. He usually would want to make a second, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
But he's recognised that there's too much risk there.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a comment there about flying from Wayne Gardner. He's not the motorcyclist Wayne Gardner, I don't think. It's it's Mojo, isn't it? And yeah, why do we fly talent in? Well, that's exactly right. And the only talent they flew in was, I think some of the girls came down, but they're Victorians anyway. And you're exactly right.
I think there's, just to answer your question, Wayne, I think there's a place for it in bowls in general, and I like the fact that in Pennant it's limited to 3 per team. And the reason I'm having played with a lot of fly-ins, I think the best part of them being with us is to share their experience.
Yep.
And Pennant in Victoria, a lot of them come down, and it's actually a shock to them how seriously we take it. And but in saying that, a lot of those guys have played national events, world events, and they can bring a lot of that experience. So I think there's a place for it at certain levels, and I like the fact that it's only limited to a certain number. But you know, for these types of franchise events, aside from the 2 Vic Storm girls, it's all Victorian talent here.
I'm actually astounded that it ended up that way. I thought there would have been, you know, because it wasn't really that fixed about how the franchises, you know, we just wanted to get it up and running and see. But the franchise owners have taken it upon themselves, with a bit of guidance from us, about how we wanted it to sort of look. And it looks fantastic. Very healthy for our sport in Victoria. And
they were limited as well. They had to have 3 players that play Victorian.
That's right.
Pennant. So there was that limitation on franchise owners. So Winston Brackley looks to come inside that. His weight was good. On the back foot again, unfortunately, the dogs here. Brighton have adjusted well, haven't they, to the longer end. So Green Junior looks to be a little pacey with this one. But if it does stay on the rink, we'll be happy, but it won't. Well, a little chance here for the dogs.
There's a fair bit of tweaking that went on over the off-season with Pennant, and a lot of work that done behind the scenes by Bowls Vic in regards to changing the landscape a little bit. I mean, with our Division 1 up especially, and Prem, there will be, with the look to have a Prem reserve side the year after. So that's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, most things that die in this world are the ones that stand still.
Yep.
And we don't want that to happen to our sport. So it's good just to keep the ball rolling. You know, we're not making too many drastic changes, but little bit by bit, just to keep the sport relevant, more people playing, tuning in.
Keeping it fresh. And
That's all we're all trying to do. We all work hard for that, you know, to make bowls better, don't we? So thanks for your comment, Matt. Appreciate that. Well, Gus, we find ourselves in this position again.
Yep.
Yarraville aren't playing bad, just Brighton are playing better.
They've really kept the heat up, and
Gonna need something special from Pidge here.
yeah.
Well, do you think he'll look for the jack, or do you think he'll try and draw it?
I think he's always got to pull pin, doesn't he?
He's trying to draw first. Looks to be under what he's after.
He wouldn't get a slide off this, would he? He hasn't got the weight. So what are they? Two
and a measure.
Yeah.
Looks 3 to the naked eye.
It does.
The TV cameras can be a bit deceiving. Well, there's not a lot of time left, Gus, after this end. And the dogs are already a number down here. This is big trouble for the dogs.
Look, they're leading in the pairs, so it's just so important that
They need to
Yarraville pick up
need to narrow the margin.
but narrow the margin.
If
Just
they're not going to win the triples.
if they could win the pairs by 2 or 3 and get back 2 or 3 here,
Yep.
that goes a long way to narrowing that overall margin.
So if Brendo adds here, she's not far away.
Yeah, it's
It's a cracking shot, isn't it?
That-
Wow, he's probably
No,
made
he's
4.
forced him. He's forced him to play weight now.
4 shots, I think. Jack's the only option
ditch.
now. Yep.
Can he make any sort of number out of this?
They have no back bowls, unfortunately.
So it's hill or the bust. Well, what's the saying?
Do or die. There's a few.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but he has to get this.
There is no return if he misses this.
They're well and truly cooked. If
Backhand drive.
Here we go. Brett Mahoney. Straight at the jack.
We'll know from his reaction.
Doesn't like
He
it.
doesn't like it.
Doesn't get a result either.
Okay. And Brendo's got the bonus bowl.
Yeah. Yes, of course, Brendo still would want to come. Unfortunate there for the Dogs, but they've just been outplayed by the Blue Devils, who just pepper and pepper and pepper away at the jack.
Yeah, well.
Brendo adds the free throw. And we see our biggest number of the match, 5 shots. So, with all due respect to Yarraville, I'm not sure that they can come back from this deficit against this level of competition. So they really need to narrow that margin now.
Yep.
Because in this 5-a-side event we play 4 disciplines: pairs and triples, and then 4s and singles.
Yep.
Now, how the scoring works is it goes on discipline wins first, and then if the discipline wins is tied, it goes to shots up.
Yep.
And if it's shots up, we play a 1-bowl playoff between all 5 players. So need to narrow the margin here. The Dogs, who are still up in the pairs match.
So they're 13 behind and 1 up over there. That's 12 overall margin.
It's a big margin, yep.
You'd want that under 8, 7,
definitely
6, you know. Or is it too early to pull the trigger? Do you just see how it lies and then play the next 2 disciplines and see where you go from there? I mean, trying to manufacture things in bowls can really go pear-shaped for you.
Definitely, yep.
You know, chasing numbers is not what you want to do on this sort of...
I think I'd just be trying to get to 10. Yeah.
Yes.
You got 5 ends, try and get 5 ones.
And if you get to 10, they might move off 18 and there's your 8.
Yep.
You know, that's the way to do it. The experience in this Brighton side, though, is pretty scary.
It's a very strong team. Thanks for your comment, Robert. Bolsvik are doing a lot of work with smaller clubs in the region. This event in particular is, I guess it wasn't really made to be a club event. It was sort of made to be a franchise-owned event. So whether it was your work business or, you know, in most cases your bowls club, the idea was that for those types of people to buy into the event.
Yep.
You know, get some exposure for themselves, get some exposure for some players.
Get some exposure for the game.
And for the game as well. So that was probably the idea behind this event, Robin. It's been 3 or 4 years of hard work from the guys at BV to bring it together. But no, you're spot on. We do need to keep working with the smaller clubs, and we try and get them engaged, try and you know, teach them new ways to make money and be self-supportive.
We've got I'm going out to Metro West next week or the week after. We get together about a dozen people from all the clubs out there, and we just have a bit of a round table chat, how things are going. We get a lot of smaller clubs come to those things, and we try and hook them up with the bigger clubs, because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. The wheel's there. It's just about putting it on the car and making it go. So we try and hook people up, and we'll go out and listen to what's going on out in Clubland. And we've done that down Sandbelt earlier in the year, and we're going to do that up the country. I think they've done 1 or 2 up the country as well. Yeah. So that does go on behind the scenes, yeah. And
Bolsvik do their part, Rob and Chris, and I think it's also important that the bigger clubs do their part as well to help the smaller clubs. Maybe, you know, there might be a bowls club 5 kilometres away. It's much smaller than yours. Get them involved.
Absolutely. Don't try and destroy your opposition.
Yep.
We all need...
We wanted to grow the game.
That's right.
So the onus is on, obviously, Bolsvik, number 1, but also, you know, bigger clubs to get involved with smaller clubs.
I know Moama up here, for instance, who's been a great supporter of the game. They support the area. They support other bowls clubs like Echuca, and that they realise the importance of having competition. You can't play against yourselves.
So, just one down on this occasion, the Dogs.
It's like Brighton are just covering all the bases now, aren't they?
Yeah, they've got such a big lead. They can just go defensive mode now. They'd be pretty happy with their performance this morning. Big semi-final.
Yep.
They've been on the ball since N1.
Absolutely. And the Dogs went with them for 5-6 ends, but
Too consistent, I think. At the front. Brendo adds another one. So Dogs grab a double in the pairs. Two more shots to Yarraville.
So they're doing their bit. They're just going to peg away and see if they can eke out a 5 or 6 shot win over there and just try and ease the pain a bit.
Yeah, and the scores can be deceiving. Yarraville have only lost 4 ends out of 11, so they're just not scoring big, but small lead for them at the moment. Hard to get numbers against Dean O'Neill, isn't it?
Yeah. He's a super player. He's got a pretty handy sidekick there in Thor, Shannon.
You wouldn't mind Thor leading up for your state leading up for you in any event, would you?
Although Thor played, I think he played chess in the singles yesterday.
Kira,
sorry,
yeah.
And that was a ding-dong.
Cracking game. I think they got timed out in the end. Thor got the win, but...
Yep, just by a couple of shots.
Yeah.
It was a great game.
Probably hasn't quite found his rhythm in the singles at this event, but leading up very well in the pairs. Now, what's Pidge got for us here? Just a draw shot again.
They're denying
can't
him.
make a number, can he?
They're denying him oxygen. I mean, when you're playing someone like Pidge,
it's a rub off that one.
He's got a little slide there. Fortunate.
Very lucky there.
Yeah.
But he's a shot maker, isn't he? And they're not giving him any chances to make any sort of conversion.
Just getting close and building heads against Pidge doesn't do it. You've got to actually deny him the way he plays, and that of any good skip.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you just got to close down the holes and make sure if they're slipping one in there, you've got to stop them from doing it.
Yeah.
They're not giving up. They've come to have a little meeting in the middle. They know the value of picking up 4 or 5 shots.
Yeah, I think they've recognised that probably winning this match is out of reach.
Yep.
But with 2 disciplines to come after this,
yep.
They know they need to narrow the margin. So they're probably discussing, what length they can play to change that.
Do they go back? Do you go minimum?
Yeah, I think Matt up and short, which looks like what they're trying. It's probably the only length that hasn't been played yet. So
it's not.
See if they can win the last 4 ends here.
It's not really minimum, is it? Is it? Are they on the
line? No, just up to the line. So it's pretty short. Jack near the ditch.
That's a good thing about spotting the jack. It takes the pressure off the lead.
You just have to roll it.
To roll it, and I'd put it in the ditch. Let's see how Banksy goes.
It's great start from James Banks. Applied.
It's a very good start. Flop down.
A lot of players like rolling the jack. They use they get their weight control from that jack roll. Yeah.
I can't say I've noticed it. They feel very different to me. Okay.
We often play events where the jack feels like it's a 20-second green, and then you put your bowl down, and it's probably only running 13 seconds. Had that happen quite a fair bit.
Heavy jacks, lighter jacks.
Great recommendation, Aaron. It's something that I believe is on the cards for Bowls Vic to implement after this inaugural event. So I like your idea, mate.
Great start
2
by
great
Banksy.
shots. Yep.
Maybe we'll see some of these, tournaments. I know there are a few around, but more tournaments, might adopt a more flexible format.
Yep. Yeah, there's plenty of ideas floating around. And Bolsvik, I'm sure, are happy to hear
Absolutely.
everything and anything.
I know the Mitcham Classic is probably one of the best ones I've played in. You're virtually bowling, you know, for 2 days and you're hardly off the green. You know, it's if you like your bowls and you want to be bowling, not sitting around waiting for a meal to come out.
Great shot from Winston.
It's a good one to get down to.
It's Chris Fleming saying hello, Gus. That is Gus McIsaac in commentary.
Chris?
I'll grab everyone some scores of the other semi-final in just a moment.
He's Russ to ruin the party. They've done the right thing, but
What
Russ,
a shot.
yeah.
Just shuts the door on them again.
And they have the back bowl.
Brighton have the back bowl, yes.
And you can't, you can't get to that without moving the kitty.
They did all the right things, but showing their class there. Russell.
He is swapping him. He's calling the early. You need some cover to be able to play a shot. These good bowlers almost play these ends in reverse. Like you'll see at clubland, someone will try and play a shot to pop the kitty early and it'll get popped out and then try and draw to it, where they're really putting the bowl in their place. Then they know it's there.
Yep.
Then they play the shot.
Yep.
Brendo's just...
So Winston was just covering there for Brett's next shot.
Yeah, he's playing for the... Yeah. But at least when Brett plays the shot, he knows the bowl's there to get to be used.
Right. Jen, you're looking for some cover here.
Yes, it's just strategising here. He'll just split between the two. So it means that Brett has to play, you know, make him play the right way.
Enough weight for the jack to move back, Gus on fire at the Denny Pairs. Is that during the game or after, Chris?
Well, best on ground all over them. Yeah, that was a great tournament run up there. 3 days of bowls, if you like your bowls. We had 9 games. They supplied all the food and everything. Best value around Denny. Get up to Denny for their big Easter Carnival, I think they have. Great town, great people.
It's just a bit wide there. Makes it even harder now, doesn't it? I think the jack probably springs out to the right of your screen. So, quick update in the other match. Sorry, while we...
is it worth trying to go the kill? Like, just trying to reset?
I think he might be, especially if Brendan covers with this one. Deer Park leading Moama 8-7. 8-7 after 12 ends in the pair, so that's a cracking game between Mark Casey's rink and Kevin Anderson's rink.
9-7 now.
9-7 to Deer Park, after 13. And in the triples, Moama leads 8-7 after 11. So it's really tight finals all round.
Brendo's placed a really good bowl because if Brett goes at this and it lands off the blue, it could end up out over there.
Fantastic shot, Brendo.
That's where it's going to go. If he hits this, it's going to rebound off that back blue.
He's put his foot where he wants the jack to finish.
So he's got to play, you know, 3 feet away just to pop it.
So after a measure in the pairs, Brighton pick up 1. So 7-9, the Dogs lead in that one.
He can make 2 here.
A difficult shot, Gus, very difficult, but he's capable. Needs it to get down a little, I think.
Don't think he likes it. No.
I'll take the 1 here.
Another near miss.
Yeah, he's
been in the area.
I think he's probably playing a bit quicker than what he'd like, I think.
I don't think that wasn't the weight for the shot.
Yeah.
But that comes with the pressure, the scoreboard pressure, that you go, I've just got to probably just err on the side of being a bit heavier.
And Brendan's only playing this game from this bowl from practice.
Yeah.
He won't be trying to count here at all. So it'll be 1 to the Brighton Blue Devils again.
I think you might be trying to slam that back blue. I think he backed himself to do it.
Yeah, he just didn't have
but
to wait. They were happy with the
Erred light, yep.
19-6 lead after 12. So I guess, Gus, in this 5-a-side format, when you're in a situation like this, a lot of the pressure now goes on to the Yarraville Pairs ring, doesn't it? They really need to win that rink and half the disciplines.
Yep.
Otherwise, they go into the next round of disciplines, well, in a lot of trouble.
Mind you, it's interesting the way they've done it because you've got the singles last, and people won't be. We're talking about being hard to score shots in this up here, but in the singles is a chance to really, you know, where you can really nail someone by 15 shots.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, apologies for some of the spam coming through in the comments there, Alan. It's quite difficult to stop that happening sometimes, but we try our best to delete the comments as soon as we can. That's just the way of the world at the moment. I'm sure someone will invent a program to stop that happening.
Hello to Chris Burrell Buzz.
Big win on the pokies, Gus.
Oh, we had a little bit of luck.
Did you?
Group win. Everyone wins.
Oh, you beauty.
Well, the problem was that the days ended a little bit earlier than they should have, and because of the weather and greens and that, and so we had a bit more time on our hands than what we banked on.
Yep, need to kill some time.
Yeah. So it was quadrellas all around. It was a lot of communal chatting. Good fun.
Scotty again. Just putting that one bowl right on the jack, isn't he?
He's been on fire.
Yeah, just right on it.
He's really set him up.
Well, we said it yesterday's coverage. It's the lead in triples.
Yep.
They set the tone, and more than any other event, in my opinion.
It's a very quick game. It goes very quickly.
Yep. Good second shot there from Winston. Sorry, Russell. Pitch has called Winston on some weight now. He's going for the kill. He's not far away. He needs to get down.
He's unlucky.
Oh, gee.
Got rid of both the bowls.
Yeah, it's both the Yarraville's bowls going out of the head now, so it's probably only half a bowl away, wasn't he, from getting that perfect?
Yep. That's a touch of their bowl, wasn't it? The front bowl. Yeah. So if he had it got it, they're probably going together, aren't they?
Yeah, the bowl will probably follow the jack in.
You'd be thinking now, if you're Brighton in this game, you know, I know they're covering and doing it. The game's won.
Yep.
They'd like to try and pick up bonus 5 or 6 shots.
Oh, every shot counts.
And really
for
put the
Brighton.
game beyond doubt.
And the vice versa for Yarraville. They
Yep.
can't let this margin blow out any more than it has.
That's a great bowl, Russell.
Brilliant shot.
And
The jack's going to kill now for sure. I think.
if he can get to the bowl now, I mean, that bowl has just added a little bit of difficulty to the shot.
Yeah.
See, he'll probably just clip that
Played
bowl.
a great shot here.
Oh, you got him?
Great shot,
And
Winston.
out.
Jack straight out of bounds. So
Awesome.
great hit there from Winston. Never looked like missing that one.
As you said, once those kiddies get in the ditch, they do just keep going. So it's almost a design flaw in those things. I mean, it shouldn't allow the kiddies to move around like that, should it?
The ditches, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know they've got them. The rubber is sort of, you know, rough, but it doesn't seem to stop the kiddie.
Yep.
It just bounces around on it. Was it you telling the Rex Johnson story yesterday about
JT it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Told
Do you
his
reckon they're
teammates.
mythical? Do you reckon they just grow his
Oh.
legs, or is it?
I don't believe that one. That's too far fetched for mine. You can't put all your bowls.
I don't know who
halfway
would
up the
fall for
green
that.
off the centre line and then spring the jack forward. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. That's something I'd have to see to believe.
I heard one yesterday about the great Len Basisto. He had to play a drive, and to get a better angle, he just moved out to the end of the side of the rink and played it from there. And
Not standing on the mat.
no, and all you can get called is a warning for foot fault. He got the drive,
You're
and
kidding.
then they warned him for foot fault. He said, "Oh yeah," but he still got the result.
Unbelievable.
And just use the rules to their full capacity. Now, I believe that would be true.
Oh, jeez, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do something like that. That's so wrong.
It is wrong in a lot of ways.
It's like the old underarm in the cricket. You can't. You just can't do it.
I think Glenn liked to win.
Well.
I don't think he needed to do that very often, but yeah.
He's putting on a clinic, Scotty.
Absolutely
Absolute clinic, isn't
awesome.
it? Wow. Hats off to you, Scotty. Played a ripper.
That's probably the first bowl he's had off the line, just about.
He's played excellent.
Banks, he's got a good bowl here.
It's not far away, James Banks. What a great shot.
Bowl.
Brilliant reply. Just happy with that one.
It's been a great contest between the lead
bowlers. It's a good battle. James hasn't been poor at all. It's just Scotty's been next level. Next level impressive.
Russ just missing his line slightly there with pretty good weight.
So if we were still playing timed matches, we'd have still half an hour left. So we're getting along nicely.
Yep.
I like the idea of not timed finals. The last thing you want is a final to be decided on that. So
well, you want to see the bowls.
Yeah. Good decision from Bowlesvik.
He's thrown this out. We'll come back from there. It's moving.
It's passing the jack, so it's all good.
There's a nice swoop out there, isn't there?
Winston always gets
a
bit more turn than everyone else.
Yeah.
He's got an old set of Dreamlines.
Right.
Dreamline XGs, I mean.
Yep. I think Russ is just trying to, he's probably just trying to tuck this kitty in, but he's taking that wide line as well. Pressure does wonderful things, bad things sometimes.
Doesn't it?
I mean, we're talking about this chasing numbers. It can make you do strange things, you know.
Winston gets some help off the wide bowl. Weight was good, so two to the Dogs. They'd love to hold on to these two, just to narrow the margin.
Yeah, it's been a very clinical performance by the Brighton guys.
Yeah, just too consistent.
And
in every position, I think, yeah.
We're talking about guys playing, these three guys play together at the same club, you know, so they know each other's bowls pretty well. They're playing like a rink that plays pennant together, you know.
Yeah. Morning, Lucas. Thanks for tuning in.
He's close here. Yeah, great bowl. Lovely weight again.
It's made shot as well.
Very rarely see Brendo play a short bowl. Just doesn't do it. His ability to, you know, to give his bowl a chance is superb.
So, Gus, a big end in the pairs. Wayne Roberts has put 3 bowls in the ditch. So, Nelson's crossed 3 down.
Okay.
And Dino's added 2, so he's 5 down at the moment. So, big couple of bowls coming up for Nuggets. And right on cue, he's
done it. What a great bowl, Nelson bowl.
5 down, drew the shot, so well done, Nels. But Dean does have 1 left. That could be telling in this match. If Dean gets Nelson out and he misses, Brighton will probably win both disciplines.
And have a nice margin to boot.
Yep.
Maybe they were chasing some shots over there that we didn't see.
Yep. Try to keep everyone updated.
Big bowl here. He's just missed it.
Dino O'Neill's missed wide, so gee, Nelson's come up clutch there, Gus.
Yeah. Can he add another one?
There's plenty of room for him. So we see Brendo go for some cover in a triples rink. Just 2 ripping shots again.
That'd be awesome if Nelson gets a 2 and Wayne's buddies. He didn't have any lead bowls there.
That's a ball he has. He's made a second shot,
yeah.
and the crowd goes wild.
They love that.
He's left a chalk on that, Nelson, and he's drawn a touch up.
Wayne's
having a chuckle, but Wayne's...
Could see the funny side of it.
After putting 3 balls in the ditch, Wayne's got 2 shots, crossed 2 up, so that's pretty funny. And he could see the funny side of it too, which is good. So that'll be the last end now in the pairs.
Yep.
The Dogs take an 11-8 lead going into the last.
The sun's sort of trying to come through. It's brightened up a bit now, which is nice. Get a little bit warmer. What's Pidge talking about? He's holding 2? 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the delay is. He's holding 2 by the look. Sorry, he's 1 down, but he has 2 seconds.
Bowls down.
Yeah, he's got 2 seconds. He sort of just went across to ask Wayne next door what he thinks, and I think it's just about minimising any damage, keeping the margin close.
Oh, he'll play the forehand, try and get a trail for 2.
Yeah.
I don't think he can get that orange out. And Nelson comes across and picks up his bowl, gives him a little low 5.
Yeah, Pitch is going for the kill.
He's going for weight.
Here we go. Got Mahoney, super close.
Off that and out.
Oh, he's got a
he's made
feather of the jack, and I think that's
Russell's bowl.
Yeah, yep. So still 1 down.
And this is the way games go when you're chasing. It just seems to just want to deny you. It's a great effort. Lovely hit. Pitch can see the irony in it all. So, obviously, Yarraville's going to have to regroup into the set, and they've got to come out with a designated plan now to right the ship, and that'd be to win both the next 2 games by as much as they can.
Yep. It's actually 20-6 on this rink. Wait for the score to update after 13 ends. And the Dogs lead 11-8 in the pairs. Get you some scores next door in a minute. They've nearly finished their disciplines.
So 11 the diff overall. You know, they can get that down, as you said, under 10. It's a starting point.
Yeah, Scotty once again.
Brilliant.
Nailing it. Banksy following up.
Banksy's like his shadow, isn't he?
Yep.
They haven't been far away from each other. What Scotty's done, his good bowls are just short of the kitty. You know, nothing to land on. They're almost in the way. They've been in good positions.
Great correction, Scotty. The pairs game. Thor Shannon's played a brilliant end, so Nelson's crossing 3 down. 2 ends in a row. He's been in a lot of trouble.
He's close.
He's turned around, and he's just drawn second shot. Nelson, he's on fire.
Wow.
Wayne's not giving him a lot to work with, but he's finding a way. So the Deer Park vs Moama game, the pairs has concluded. And wait for the score update in that one. In the triples, it's Moama that lead 12-8 after 13. And Deer Park have won the pairs 12-7. So they're going to, well, the way it's going, they're going to split disciplines and probably be even on shots there.
Moama have really been the smokies. They're just finding their way through, aren't they?
A big homegrown advantage, and they're using it well.
And they've got a real mix of people, local people in their teams.
A couple of young guys. And
nice young fella
Olivia
there.
and Cameron are playing well.
Yep.
Good for our next stream game. Of course, we'll be streaming Moama versus Deer Park. We'll be streaming the singles, so looking forward to that after this.
So that'll be Bushy
and Kevin Anderson.
and Kevin Ando. So big Kev. So that'll be a fantastic game.
Yep.
I'll be interested to see who Brighton put up against Pidge in the singles. What happens here might determine that.
Definitely.
They probably haven't made a decision. They were talking about Brendan Gallagher, but I think there was a bit of talk last night, but might have been a bit misdirection.
If the Dogs can secure the pairs, then
Yeah.
then it will be some conversations to be had. So we see Winston trying to draw the shot. Wasn't too far away. It's a good attempt.
You could even bring Scotty Mortimer out to play the singles. Like, you've got to have someone who won't be intimidated by Brett.
Yeah, look, I'd be backing Thor in if I was Brighton. He's played all of their singles games up here already.
Yeah.
Very accomplished singles player. Don't think he'll be overawed by the occasion.
No.
But if Dino can come up with something big in the pairs, they could still win 2 disciplines here, Brighton.
Be funny if Thor and Pidge did play. I heard they're going to be room buddies up in Queensland.
Great shot, Brendan Gallagher.
He's just done everything he's needed to do, hasn't he?
Yeah, they've been too good in every position.
Yeah.
This match.
They're saying it's holding 4.
Just a little short there from the Pidge.
Well, you don't often lose games when you win in every position, do you?
No.
That's probably... It is possible. I have been involved in one. That...
They need a lot of luck.
Yeah.
They've been too good. Brendan again. It's gone on a string. 5 down again.
I can hear Pidge saying, I don't think I signed on for this.
No, it's not good. The margin...
It's...
in the pairs as well, Yarraville only 1 down, but Dean does have a chance to make a 3 for the draw, so...
Big shot played on the other.
Yeah, Joe by Norris.
Joe by Norris, yep. Pitch is following it. He's looking up and down. He's not... No, I don't think he likes
Needs
it.
to hurry. It's not going to, I don't think, so...
No. He'll be disappointed with that. I think he...
Dean O'Neill next door's played weight. It's just missed under, so the Dogs will win the pairs. 2 clutch ends from Nelson Nuggets there. They'll take the win by 2.
I mean, it's a big campaign for Brett. He's played all the singles and, won them all and had some titanic battles. And it just looked to me, in the end, it's just a bridge too far today. They were just outclassed, really.
Yeah, and I think we said it at the start of the coverage, when good players play good players, you could get scores like this.
It's like grand final blowouts.
Yeah, it happens.
Unfortunately, you don't want to see it. What we wanted to see was, game up for grabs in the second half. Well, they're going to have to manufacture a miracle.
I'll tell you what, if the Dogs win 2 disciplines, then they're going to win.
Well,
if they'll have to win their 4s and singles next, then they win. So it's not the end of the world. I think the Dogs pairs rank getting the win.
Don't you get 10 points for the overall?
You've only got to win more disciplines. So they're tied at 1 discipline each.
Oh, and then it goes to shots.
Yes. So they're tied at 1 discipline each after this round. If the Dogs manage to win the 4s and singles, they'll take the overall win. So hats off to the Dogs pairs ring.
Yep.
Wayne Robertson, Nelson
Well, they're
Hall.
giving them a chance.
They've kept them in it, yep. Joe by Norris played 2 brilliant bowls next door. So they were 4 down. He's made a conversion for 3 or 4. And what a recruit Joe by Norris is for the Deer Park Club. They were already strong as it is. Last year's grand finalists, only going to get stronger with his inclusion. So Deer Park won the pairs, 12-7. And after collecting a 3 or a 4? After collecting a 3 that end, they go 1 down. Last end of the triples. So
2 great bowls again. Scotty's got it on a string.
Oh, we don't even have to commentate when he bowls.
No, you just know.
Just getting it close, isn't he?
Yeah.
Reply from Banksy.
Do you think there's room for like a virtual game of bowls where you could play someone in England? Like they put the bowl down and you're on the green in Melbourne and you put the bowl down where theirs lands and then you play your shot and it's like a game of chess but played across the continents.
Couldn't trust anyone enough.
That's all done on Zoom. You'd be videotaped. You could see what's going on. I'm just waiting for someone to do it.
That's interesting. Be no measures. You couldn't measure.
Well, they wouldn't know if you're foot faulting either.
I like it. Left field.
Yeah, well, you've got to think outside the box.
Lucky White reckons Russell Green Jr. is a smoky to play in a singles match next up. Interesting.
So, pairs is over. That's done and dusted. Dogs win that one.
Yep.
By couple. So they got 3 points in the bag.
Yep. I like to call it a discipline win. Of course, we're playing a five-a-side event, so there was 4 disciplines played. Pairs and triples.
Great ball hit by Winnie.
Well played from Winston. So they'll take 1 discipline each moving into the next round. And Brighton will take quite a significant shot margin.
Yep.
If they happen to tie the next 2 disciplines,
yep, they'll go through.
Brighton will be in the box seat to go through to this afternoon's final.
Did you see when he shot there? Like they've been denying him, access to get to the head. So if he's got room, he can get in there, but he just hasn't had that way in. Right. Scotty's had his bowls there all day. Look at this bowl. Got a hold. Beautiful weight.
Yep, they've all played well. The Brighton Blue Devils, deserved winners in this match. So we have a cracking game in the other semi-final between Deer Park and Moama. The triples ring skipped by J.B. Norris and Cameron Keenan. Deer Park are currently down 11-12 last end, holding 1 on their head. So keep you posted on how that finishes up.
So what's Pidge doing here?
Just try to add another one. Every shot's a bonus from now on in. Just want to pull back that.
But as you said, it probably doesn't make a lot of difference.
Yep.
They've just got to win the
next 2 disciplines. Yep.
They pick up 2 shots here. Not going to change the overall. And they'll head straight into it pretty much, won't they?
Yeah, we were
small.
Yep. Short break. 10 past 12, I think we were scheduled to play
the
next round. I'm not sure, Johnny, what you mean by that comment. I haven't seen any foot faults in this event. I think a few people need to go back and read the rule books again.
The players, you do tend to, you run off the mat, but, I mean, as long as their foot's over the...
On or above,
yep.
And the bowl's well and truly released beforehand, so... I don't think we need to be calling that sort of stuff at this level.
No.
Gives you no advantage regardless.
You see it when they do it in tennis. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I guess the only time there's room for it in our game, that the mats can be slippery.
Yep.
And I don't mind my opposition foot folding to stop the mat slipping. But
yep.
That'll be the Dogs picking up 2.
Yep.
And Brighton wrapping up that triples game. Comprehensive win in the end, Gus.
Very well played, very well managed. They eked that lead out and then just managed to keep the Dogs in the box, so to speak. they'll just move on now. They'll just play the next two just as separate. So I hope everyone enjoyed that game, and we'll be back in what, about?
Yeah, I might just keep the viewers on just to talk them through this.
This last
end of the triples. So Deer Park versus Moama in the other semi-final. Deer Park currently 1 down on the scorecard, but they are holding. Looks like to be 4 now after a super trail from Nathan Bush. So Kem Keenan 1 up on the scorecard, but 4 down with his 2 bowls to come. So we are quite a ways away from where they're playing, but he looks to be in a very difficult position. Nathan Bush's bowl, which will come into screen shortly. Hard to see with the barriers, but Nathan Bush's front resting toucher at the back of the rink, and the Deer Park have 4 shots, so just needs second shot here, I think, Cameron. I think they'd be happy with the draw, but of course I'm wrong again. He's driving at something.
Oh, he got it.
Oh, he's got it off the front. The Jack's rebounded forward.
We were talking about that.
Moama are holding 3.
He just did a...
I don't think he's played for that, because there is no
No.
applause at all from anybody on that rink. So
Jay didn't even look at him as he went
no,
past
and
him.
Cameron didn't show any sort of emotion.
No.
So looks like just a good result from Moama there. Jay by now all of a sudden needs to draw a shot to be holding a tie. Well, we all saw the Jack come forward there, Gus. That shouldn't happen.
That's a Rexy Johnson shot.
Yeah. And J-By's played it beautifully. He's drawn the shot.
He's drawn the shot.
Great shot from J-By. About a foot short of the Jack.
He'll go the bowl one in.
You would think so, yeah. So it's currently a draw. Deer Park holding 1 on the head. I think Moama will be counting themselves very lucky to be in this position.
Yeah.
Cameron Keenan's drive was very, very fortunate.
Well, he might get a chance to replicate it. He's got to... they had a chat about what he's going to do. Jay's about, what, 1.5 foot short?
Yep.
So it is drawable.
Yeah, but he's got 3 seconds, so young man steps on the mat.
He's playing his backhand.
Going to try and rip the bowl out.
Yeah.
It's away. No, doesn't like it. So
Just
that'll be a draw in the triples. So Deer Park take a 1.5 discipline lead. So in the box seat for the semis.
Yeah, that was very important.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks, Gus, for your time.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
We'll be back at, I believe it's 10 past 12 for
Don't forget to tune in.
Deer Park versus Moama. Thanks, everyone.